Okay, seriously, we're almost done. I know I keep going on and on and on, but really, we are very close. Okay, so let's go back. So, cells, we said muscle cells can kind of move like an accordion because if you think about it, your muscle might lift, your arm might lift something up, bring it to your mouth, bring it down, right? Your muscles have to be able to have some flexibility. So, that's what a muscle cell looks like. Nerve cells have to send messages throughout your body. So, they would receive a message like, oh, maybe you hurt yourself and they would want to, and your brain sends that message to the rest of your body to feel pain, right? And so it would receive the message here and then send it quickly throughout all of its little tentacles or arms. And then this last one is a bacteria cell. And if you think about bacteria, they're really, really just going to kind of move around. They're only one cell. But if you think about bacteria, might be in something like a sneeze or a cough. So they kind of need to have little we call this flagella here, that are on the outside of the bacteria cell that help it move and transfer and move through different things. Okay, three more cells that we're going to take a look at. And that are these kinds. So if you take a look at this one, these are fat cells, ew, in humans. But if you take a look at especially this one here, look at how much of the cell is taken up by that adipose or that fat cell tissue. And basically, it kind of makes sense, right? Fat cells store energy and material and things like that we have in our bodies. And it would kind of, you would assume that it would be kind of like a storage place. So if you look at it, it kind of looks like there's a lot of stuff that is being stored there. So again, the cell shape or what it does actually looks a lot like what its function is. Okay, and then the last two is a plant cell. If you think about a plant, take a look at this plant cell. It's very rigid. It's a box shape, right? And we're going to talk about that later this week. But if you think about plants, they're pretty rigid, right? I mean, they might move a little bit with the wind, but a lot of them are kind of standing up, right? And they're pretty rigid structures. Like if you think about celery and you bite into celery, crunch, that's a pretty hard structure. So their structure, their plant cell structure is a lot like what they look like. And then the final kind of cell example is your red blood cell, which I think these look like the most fun. These look kind of just like giant um, inner tubes when you go to a water park, right? Doesn't look like you could jump right in the middle and just go woo, flying down. But if you think about it, red blood cells transfer things like oxygen and nutrients all over our body. And they do that through our blood vessels. So they have to be able to have this nice, fun inner tube shape to go zooming through the blood vessels. So it kind of, you could probably guess what some of these do. Like this one looks like a fun ride and kind of guess what their function relates to. So it's always important to remember that cells often, even though they look different and some organisms have one cell, some organisms have many, that a lot of time their shape matches what their actual function is. Okay, so we are done. Yes. What you're going to do is you're going to go back into Google Classroom. You're going to take the quick quiz. Just try your best. You can come back to this presentation or you can go and look at the Google slides that I put on there if you need any help. But just try your best and I'll give you your credit for today for doing that. Okay, guys, miss you. Take care of yourselves. Go outside today. It looks like it's going to be nice. Bye.